chosen ones. They tried to disrespect you, but now they have no choice but to respect you. If you are feeling this deep in your heart right now, do not scroll away, because something gentle yet powerful is unfolding in your life. And missing this moment may cause you to overlook a blessing that has been quietly growing within you for a long time. There was a season when people looked at you with doubt, when your silence was mistaken for weakness, and when your kindness was treated as something small and unimportant. Yet even in those quiet moments, God was working in ways that no human eye could see, shaping your spirit with patience and strengthening your heart through unseen trials. Type 1717 if you believe. There was a time when their words tried to make you feel invisible, and their actions seemed to push you into corners where you felt unseen and unheard. But heaven never lost sight of you for even a second. The love of Lord Jesus Christ was surrounding you even when you felt alone, gently guiding you through storms that others could never understand or endure. What they called weakness was actually your strength being refined, and what they thought was your silence was actually God preparing you for a voice that would one day carry weight and truth. Take a moment in your heart and gently support this video by liking it, because your small action can help this message reach someone else who is quietly struggling and waiting for a sign of hope. There is a quiet transformation that happens when a chosen soul refuses to become bitter, even after being treated unfairly by others who never truly understood their journey. You chose to stay kind when it would have been easier to become cold, and you chose to remain faithful even when your path seemed uncertain and lonely. That quiet strength did not go unnoticed by God, and every tear you held back became a seed planted in divine soil, waiting for the right moment to grow into something beautiful. Subscribe to this channel if you trust in God. The same people who once spoke carelessly about you are beginning to feel a shift that they cannot fully explain, because the grace of God has started to shine through you in a way that commands attention without effort. It is not loud or forceful, yet it carries a presence that makes others pause and reflect, because true transformation cannot be hidden for long. The respect that is coming your way is not forced or demanded, but naturally flows from the light that now surrounds your life. There were moments when you wondered if things would ever change, when you felt like your patience was being tested beyond your limits, and when the silence around you felt heavy and confusing. Yet in those moments, Jesus was closer than you realized, quietly reminding your spirit that your story was not over and that your value was never defined by the opinions of others. Every delay had a purpose, and every challenge carried a lesson that would one day become a source of strength for you. Now the shift is happening in ways that are both gentle and undeniable, as the same voices that once dismissed you are beginning to recognize something different within you. It is not about proving anyone wrong, and it is not about seeking approval from those who failed to see your worth before. It is about walking in the quiet confidence that comes from knowing who you are in God's eyes, and allowing that truth to guide your steps forward. Type yes to affirm. There is a peace growing inside you that cannot be shaken by past words or old memories, because your heart is learning to rest in something far greater than human approval. You are beginning to see yourself through the eyes of God, and that vision is changing the way you carry yourself, the way you speak, and the way you move through the world. Respect is no longer something you chase, because it naturally follows the presence of truth and authenticity. The beauty of this journey is that it is not just about how others see you, but about how you see yourself after walking through fire and coming out stronger than before. You are no longer the person who doubted their worth or questioned their place, because God has been quietly rebuilding your identity from within. Each step you take now carries a sense of purpose that cannot be easily shaken, because it is rooted in something eternal and unchanging. Even those who once misunderstood you are beginning to feel a quiet conviction in their hearts, as they realize that there was more to you than they ever took the time to see. This realization is not meant to bring pride into your heart, but to remind you of how far God has brought you and how much you have grown through every trial. You are not defined by the way people treated you in the past, but by the way God has lifted you into a new season of clarity and strength. As you continue forward, there will be moments where the past tries to whisper old doubts into your mind, but those whispers will not have the same power they once held over you. Your spirit is stronger now, and your heart is more grounded in truth than ever before. The journey you walked was not wasted, and every step has led you to this moment where respect flows naturally toward you without effort or struggle. This is a gentle reminder that God never forgot you, even when it felt like the world had overlooked you completely. His timing is always perfect, and His ways are always filled with purpose, even when they do not make sense in the moment. What you are experiencing now is the result of faith that refused to give up, love that refused to grow cold, and a heart that chose to trust even when the path was unclear. What if wealth was never about chance, but about a hidden brain signal that stayed buried in classified records? This powerful frequency is now opening doors, attracting fresh opportunities, and transforming lives quickly. Thousands are already using it to bring prosperity into their lives in ways they never imagined possible. Click the link in the description and comments now, and turn on the money-attracting brainwave today. You are no longer walking with the same heaviness that once followed you through every room and every conversation, because your spirit has been gently lifted by the love of Lord Jesus Christ. The weight of past misunderstandings is no longer sitting on your shoulders, and the quiet pain that used to linger in your heart is being replaced with a soft sense of peace. This peace does not come from anything the world has given you, but from the deep assurance that you are exactly where you are meant to be in this moment. There were days when their disrespect felt like a shadow that followed you everywhere, making you question your value and leaving you feeling small in places where you deserved to feel seen. Yet even in those moments, something within you refused to break completely, because God had placed a strength inside you that could not be destroyed by human words or actions. That strength is now rising to the surface, and it is beginning to shape the way others see you without you having to say a single word. Type 1111 if you trust in God. The people who once overlooked you are starting to feel a quiet shift in your presence, and they may not even understand why their perspective is changing. It is not because you have become louder or more forceful, but because you have become more grounded in who you are. There is a calmness in your eyes now, a steadiness in your voice, and a quiet assurance in your steps that speaks louder than any argument or explanation ever could. Respect is finding its way to you, not because you demanded it, but because you allowed God to shape you into someone who naturally carries it. This kind of respect cannot be forced or taken away, because it is rooted in truth and authenticity. It flows from the way you carry yourself, the way you treat others, and the way you remain steady even when circumstances try to shake your peace. There is something deeply beautiful about the way your journey has unfolded, even though it did not feel beautiful while you were walking through it. The moments of silence, the seasons of waiting, and the times when you felt unseen were all part of a process that was preparing you for this exact moment. You were being shaped into someone who could carry both humility and strength at the same time, someone who could stand tall without losing their gentle spirit. You may notice that the same people who once spoke over you are now listening more carefully when you speak, and the same ones who dismissed your ideas are beginning to value your thoughts. This is not a coincidence, and it is not something you created on your own. It is the result of God's work within you, slowly revealing itself in ways that others cannot ignore. Type 1212 if you walk by faith. There is no need to look back with bitterness or regret, because everything you went through has contributed to the person you have become today. Holding on to pain will only weigh down the very freedom that God is placing in your heart right now. Instead, there is a quiet invitation to let go, to release every moment that hurt you, and to step fully into the peace that is being offered to you. You are beginning to understand that respect is not just about how others treat you, but about how you treat yourself and how you honor the life that God has given you. You are learning to set gentle boundaries without guilt, to speak truth without fear, and to walk away from anything that no longer aligns with the peace in your heart. This is not a sign of pride, but a reflection of growth and self-awareness that has come through your journey. The presence of God in your life is becoming more visible, not in a way that draws attention for the wrong reasons, but in a way that brings comfort and calm to those around you. People may feel at ease when they are near you, even if they cannot explain why, because your spirit carries a quiet light that reflects something greater than yourself. This is the kind of transformation that cannot be faked or imitated, because it comes from a place deep within your soul. There may still be moments where old memories try to resurface, reminding you of how you were once treated and how deeply those moments affected you. Yet those memories no longer have the power to define you, because you have moved into a place of healing that allows you to see them with clarity instead of pain. You are no longer the same person who was hurt by those moments, because you have grown beyond them in ways that are both gentle and strong. As you continue forward, there will be opportunities to respond differently than you would have in the past, and those moments will show you just how much you have changed. You will find yourself choosing peace over conflict, understanding over reaction, and kindness over resentment. These choices are not signs of weakness, but reflections of a heart that has been transformed by the love of Jesus. There is a quiet joy that is beginning to take root in your life, and it is not dependent on what others think or say about you. This joy comes from knowing that you have stayed true to who you are, even when it was difficult, and that you have allowed God to guide your steps, even when the path was unclear. It is a steady and gentle joy that grows stronger with each passing day. Inside your mind is a small region connected to achievement and abundance, once concealed within restricted research and classified documents. This newly disclosed frequency is helping people replace financial pressure with calm and balance, and God has guided you to encounter this at just the right time. Click the link in the description and comments to activate this hidden brainwave now. The respect that is coming into your life now is simply a reflection of the respect you have learned to give yourself through God's guidance. You are no longer shrinking to make others comfortable, and you are no longer dimming your light to avoid being misunderstood. You are standing in your truth with quiet confidence, and that alone is enough to shift the way others see you. This is a season of restoration, not just in how others treat you, but in how you see yourself and your place in the world. The pieces that once felt broken are being gently put back together, and the parts of you that felt lost are being rediscovered with new understanding and appreciation. You are becoming whole in a way that is both beautiful and deeply meaningful. The journey ahead will continue to bring growth and new experiences, but you are no longer walking it with the same uncertainty you once carried. You are walking with a sense of purpose that comes from knowing that God is with you in every step, guiding you, protecting you, and reminding you of your worth. This is the kind of confidence that cannot be shaken by the opinions of others, because it is rooted in something far greater. There is no need to rush or force anything, because everything that is meant for you will come in its own time. You have already learned the value of patience, and you have already seen how waiting can lead to something far greater than you expected. Trusting in that process will continue to bring peace into your life, allowing you to move forward without fear or doubt. The same people who once tried to diminish your light are now witnessing the quiet strength that has always been within you, and they have no choice but to acknowledge it. This acknowledgement is not something you need to celebrate loudly, but something you can accept with quiet grace and humility. It is simply a sign that the work God has been doing in your life is now being seen by others. You are stepping into a version of yourself that feels more aligned, more peaceful, and more grounded than ever before. This is not the result of sudden change, but of consistent growth and quiet faith that carried you through every challenge. What you are experiencing now is a reflection of everything you have been building within yourself all along. You are no longer carrying the need to revisit every moment where you were hurt, because your soul is learning that healing does not come from holding on to pain, but from gently releasing it into God's hands. The memories still exist, but they no longer control the way you feel or the way you see yourself, because you have stepped into a new understanding of your worth. This understanding is quiet yet powerful, and it continues to grow stronger as you walk forward with trust in God's guidance. There was a time when you felt like you had to shrink parts of yourself just to fit into spaces that were never meant for you, and that feeling created a deep sense of discomfort within your spirit. Now, you are stepping away from that pattern, choosing instead to honor who you truly are without fear of how others may respond. This is not a loud or dramatic change, but a gentle return to your true self, guided by the love of Lord Jesus Christ. Type 1919 to receive miracles. As you continue walking this path, you may notice that your reactions to situations are no longer the same as they once were, because your heart has been softened in a way that allows you to respond with understanding rather than pain. Where there was once frustration, there is now patience, and where there was once confusion, there is now clarity. This transformation is not something that can be easily explained, but it is deeply felt within you and visible to those around you. The respect that is growing around you is not just about how others treat you, but about the energy you carry within yourself that naturally invites that respect. You are no longer seeking validation from those who once failed to see your value, because you have found a deeper validation in God's presence. This inner stability allows you to move through life with a sense of calm assurance that does not depend on external approval. There is also a quiet awareness growing within you that not everyone will fully understand your journey, and that is perfectly okay. Your path was never meant to be fully understood by others, because it was uniquely designed for you by God. Accepting this truth brings a sense of freedom, allowing you to release the need for others to fully see or validate your experiences. You are beginning to notice small but meaningful changes in the way people interact with you, and those changes reflect the shift that has taken place within you. Conversations feel different, interactions carry more respect, and even silence feels more comfortable and less heavy than before. These changes may seem subtle, but they are powerful signs of the transformation that has been taking place in your life. Type 666 if you trust Jesus. A little-known 7-second morning habit that was once confined to CIA documents is now resurfacing in public view, and people are already noticing rapid financial improvements. It only takes a few seconds to do, yet it activates a dormant wealth center in the brain that most individuals never tap into. Click the link in the description and comments now to see it before it disappears. There is something deeply comforting about knowing that you did not have to become someone else to reach this place, because everything you needed was already within you. God simply guided you back to that truth, helping you rediscover the strength, kindness, and wisdom that were always a part of you. This realization brings a sense of peace that cannot be easily shaken, because it is rooted in something real and unchanging. The journey you have walked has given you a deeper sense of compassion, not only for others, but also for yourself. You are learning to treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you so easily give to others, and that shift is creating a stronger foundation within your heart. This self-compassion allows you to move forward without carrying unnecessary guilt or self-doubt. There may still be moments where you feel the urge to look back and question why certain things happened the way they did, but those moments are becoming less frequent and less intense. You are learning to trust that everything unfolded exactly as it needed to, even if it did not make sense at the time. This trust brings a quiet sense of closure, allowing you to focus more on where you are going rather than where you have been. The presence of God in your life is becoming more evident in the way you think, the way you feel, and the way you interact with the world around you. You are becoming more aware of His guidance in your daily life, and that awareness brings a sense of comfort and reassurance. It reminds you that you are never alone, even in moments when you may feel uncertain or overwhelmed. As you continue to grow, you are also becoming more selective about the energy you allow into your life, choosing to surround yourself with people and situations that align with your peace. This is not about pushing others away, but about protecting the calm and balance that you have worked so hard to build within yourself. This quiet boundary is a reflection of your growth and your commitment to maintaining your inner peace. There is a gentle strength within you that continues to grow, one that does not need to prove itself or seek recognition because it is already complete. This strength allows you to remain steady even when life presents challenges, and it gives you the confidence to move forward without fear. It is a quiet strength that speaks through your actions rather than your words. The respect you are receiving now is simply a reflection of the respect you have learned to give yourself through your journey with God. You are no longer accepting less than what you deserve, and you are no longer allowing others to define your worth. This shift has created a new reality for you, one where your presence is valued and your voice is heard. There is also a sense of gratitude growing within you, as you begin to see how every experience has contributed to the person you have become. Even the difficult moments hold a place in your heart now, not as sources of pain, but as stepping stones that led you to where you are today. This gratitude brings a sense of peace, allowing you to embrace your journey with acceptance and understanding. The path ahead may still hold challenges, but you are no longer facing them with the same uncertainty or fear. You are facing them with a calm confidence that comes from knowing that God is guiding your steps and supporting you through every moment. This confidence does not remove the challenges, but it changes the way you experience them. You are stepping into a season where your presence carries meaning, your words carry weight, and your actions reflect the love and strength that God has placed within you. This is not something that can be taken away, because it is a part of who you are becoming. It is a reflection of your growth, your faith, and your unwavering trust in God. As this journey continues, you will find that your connection with God becomes even deeper, guiding you through new experiences and helping you continue to grow in ways you may not yet fully understand. This connection is your foundation, your source of strength, and your constant reminder that you are never alone. The transformation you have experienced is not the end of your journey, but the beginning of a new chapter filled with peace, purpose, and quiet strength. You are walking forward with a heart that is more open, a spirit that is more grounded, and a sense of self that is more aligned with God's truth. This shift is not something that others can easily explain, yet they can feel it when they are around you, because your presence now carries a peaceful authority that cannot be ignored. You are beginning to understand that what once felt like rejection was often redirection, guiding you away from spaces and people that could not honor your true worth. In those moments, it may have felt painful and confusing, but now there is a growing clarity that reveals why certain doors had to close. God was not removing you from something good, but protecting you and preparing you for something far greater than what you could see at the time. There is also a deeper awareness growing within your heart, helping you recognize that not every voice deserves your attention and not every opinion holds truth. You are learning to listen more closely to the quiet guidance within you, the one that aligns with God's presence, and that guidance is leading you toward peace rather than confusion. This inner clarity is becoming your foundation, allowing you to move forward without being shaken by outside noise. Type 2323 if you agree. What if just 7 seconds a day could completely change your financial future? A recently uncovered CIA-linked document has revealed a powerful brainwave ritual that everyday people are using to break free from debt and attract real wealth. Backed by research from 4 neuroscience labs, this simple at-home method is helping people manifest new homes, luxury cars, financial freedom, and dream vacations faster than they ever imagined. Thousands are already using it, but there is a catch. This information may not stay online for long. If you are seeing this right now, consider it a sign. Click the link in the description and comments before this secret disappears forever. The way people respond to you now is beginning to reflect the transformation that has taken place within you, because your energy no longer invites disrespect or misunderstanding. There is a quiet confidence in your posture, a calm steadiness in your tone, and a peaceful strength in your spirit that naturally shifts the way others treat you. This change did not happen because you forced it, but because you allowed God to work within you without resistance. There is something deeply comforting about knowing that you did not need to fight for recognition or demand respect, because what is meant for you naturally flows toward you in the right time. You are stepping into a season where your value is seen without explanation, and your presence is appreciated without effort. This is not about proving anything to anyone, but about living in alignment with the truth of who you are. As you continue forward, you may notice that your heart feels lighter, as if you have released a weight that you carried for far too long. That weight was never meant to stay with you, because it was tied to opinions and expectations that did not come from God. Letting go of that weight has created space within you for peace, joy, and a deeper connection with your true self. Type 2020 to claim miracles. There is a gentle strength in the way you now handle situations that once would have shaken you, because your reactions are no longer driven by past wounds, but by present understanding. You are responding from a place of clarity rather than confusion, and that clarity is guiding you toward choices that support your growth and well-being. This is a reflection of how much you have healed, even in ways you may not fully realize yet. You are also becoming more aware of the importance of protecting your peace, not as an act of separation, but as an act of self-respect and alignment with God's will for your life. You are learning to step back from anything that disturbs your inner calm, choosing instead to remain in environments that support your growth. This quiet decision is shaping the way your life unfolds, creating a path that feels more balanced and meaningful. The people who once failed to recognize your value are now witnessing the quiet transformation that has taken place within you, and this realization is bringing a shift in their perspective. They may not express it openly, but there is a growing respect that comes from seeing your consistency, your grace, and your strength. This respect is not something you need to chase, because it is naturally flowing from the way you carry yourself. There is also a deeper sense of trust developing within you, allowing you to move forward without constantly questioning every step you take. This trust comes from knowing that God is guiding you, even when the path ahead is not fully clear. It gives you the courage to keep moving, even when you do not have all the answers, because you are no longer relying solely on what you can see. You are stepping into a version of yourself that feels more aligned, more peaceful, and more grounded than ever before. And this alignment is bringing a sense of stability into your life. You are no longer pulled in different directions by external expectations, because you have found a center within yourself that remains steady. This inner stability is becoming your anchor, helping you navigate life with calm confidence. There may still be moments where the past tries to echo through your thoughts, reminding you of times when you felt small or unappreciated. But those echoes are fading as your present reality becomes stronger. You are no longer living in those moments, because you have moved beyond them into a space of growth and understanding. This shift allows you to see your past with compassion rather than pain. The presence of God in your life is becoming more evident in the way you carry yourself and in the peace that surrounds you, because His work within you is now visible. You are becoming a reflection of His love, not through words alone, but through your actions, your patience, and your kindness. This quiet reflection is touching the lives of those around you, even in ways you may not fully see. There is something deeply beautiful about the way your journey has shaped you, because it has allowed you to develop both strength and softness at the same time. You are not hardened by your experiences, but refined by them, and that refinement is what makes your presence so impactful. It allows you to connect with others in a way that is both genuine and comforting. As you continue to walk this path, you will find that your confidence grows not from external validation, but from the deep knowing that you are walking in alignment with God's purpose for your life. This confidence is steady and quiet, and it does not need to be proven or displayed, because it exists within you as a constant truth. It is something that supports you in every situation, no matter how big or small. The respect you are receiving now is simply a reflection of the respect you have cultivated within yourself through your journey of faith and healing. You are no longer accepting anything less than what aligns with your worth, and that decision is shaping the way others treat you. This is not about control, but about alignment with truth and self-respect. There is also a sense of peace that comes from knowing that you have done your part, that you have remained true to yourself, and that you have allowed God to guide you through every challenge. This peace is not dependent on external circumstances, but on the inner stability you have developed through your journey. It allows you to rest in the present moment without fear or doubt. The path ahead continues to unfold with quiet beauty, bringing new experiences and opportunities that align with the person you are becoming. You are no longer walking in uncertainty because you have found a sense of direction that comes from within. This direction is guided by your faith, your growth, and your connection with God. Could a hidden CIA brain ritual be the missing key to wealth and abundance? A leaked report has exposed a shocking 7-second technique designed to reprogram the mind for financial success. Verified by 4 leading neuroscience labs, this simple daily ritual is helping ordinary people move from stress and debt into lives filled with money, luxury, travel, and opportunity. People who once struggled to pay bills are now experiencing financial breakthroughs they never thought possible. But warnings say this page could be removed at any moment. Click the link in the description and comments below to see why so many people are talking about it right now. Everything that once tried to diminish your light has lost its power, and everything that once made you question your worth has been replaced with a deeper understanding of who you are. You are no longer defined by those moments, but by the strength and clarity you have gained through them. This transformation is ongoing, and it continues to shape your life in meaningful ways.